So here we had merged of two panels altogether, that is future of desire and passion and aesthetics. And here you would like to talk about what would be the future of luxury in terms of aesthetic and stuff, in terms of fashion and everything. So here I would love to have, a small introduction of you all. Along with that, what sort of category you belong to, and about how you see the future of desire in terms of your particular category, like whatever industry you do belong to. Thank you.
Hi all, this is Dr. Kanita Mehra. I'm a dentist by profession and I also run my own clinic by the name of Aesthetics Laser and Implant Center. And I do so much for enlightening over here.
So, Kanika, what do you see as the future of desire, and how do you see the dentistry and in aesthetics about how it would be in luxury sector?
Uh, Everyone is very particular about the way he or she is looking nowadays, and definitely one needs to look good. And suppose there are deformities in each and every one of us, and we as aesthetics or the dentist, we are working a lot in the field, be it lasers or giving you set of teeth or a sparkling smile, which makes the other person confident, happy, and feel good. So yeah, this is the future.
That's a mid. Yeah. Amrita? Yeah. Hi, I'm Nandrika Ruglani, Centernet of VLCC School of Beauty for entire Chhattisgarh. And in my perspective, fashion is not just clothes, stylish clothes, or organic clothes. It's much to do with in a holistic manner also. You have to see your emotional well-being, physical well-being. It comprises of accessories, footwears, the way you carry yourself, your overall personality. So fashion is no more limited only to the clothes. It's like an overall development of a person. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Ashwarya Goel. I'm the founder of Asteria Media, a 360-degree branding and marketing agency. We're about 3 years old. We work with over 45 brands. The way I see the future of marketing and branding is that there's a huge shift from more aspirational towards more belonging, a sense of community, maybe like more like storytelling, and in that direction.
Hi, this is Sharon Morjan Dhamani from Mobi Circle Raipur, and I'm here to share how marketing and fashion impacts the moms and kids community.
Hi everyone, I'm Supriya Agrawal. I'm the co-founder of Nitra Salon and Fashion TV Salon Academy in Raipur. So your question, right? What is the future? And I think it's more to do with the personal taste of a person. See, I think aesthetics and all these terms are really great, and luxury segment is really growing. But at the end of the day, what a person, a human feels about themselves, it's very individual to everybody. So when somebody walks into my salon, even as a from a sales point of view, I cannot sell the same thing to everybody. I really need to give those 5-10 minutes to understand the person, what is their need, what is it they want, the final outcome, and then only we can suggest something. And even in our academy, every student is different, right? So we need to understand what is the intention, what is it they're looking for to become, what is their background, and then we customize little bit. Not everything can be customized, but we do customize according to the needs as much as we can.
So, hi, Ayushi, you are new to join, right? So, we were asking about what is the future of desire according to your particular industry as you are part of fashion. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Aishi Jain, founder of Aishi Jain Lebi. And future of fashion is something that, I mean, I started in 2018 and I was working, like, I was a very different person in general. And now, 2025, the fashion, the whole thing that I learned has changed already. People have changed, their fashion choices have changed. And, now people are more experimental. But again, there are people who love to stick to the classic things and traditions. So now we are working more with classic, but with a touch or hint of, the modern silhouettes or something like that. So yeah, and I guess that is going to go a long way because people want to be rooted yet be there with the trending, things and fashion.
That's very true. Your dress is beautiful. Exactly. She's actually moving towards the fashion and future of desire. That's so. Yeah. I would like to ask you, Kanika, that how do you expect the dentistry and aesthetics to go ahead? And that is definitely the part of luxury these days. People are getting a lot of aesthetic treatments done. People are getting a lot of dentistry treatments done. What do you think is the future of that particular scenarios in your perspective?
The thing is, when we look at somebody, the first eye, at least as a dentist, the it goes, on the teeth, the particular set. So, one ad was running a few months back. We were all seeing a person with a missed ear and a missed tooth. So the first thing that was catching the eye was the missed tooth. So that shows how important it is to look, uh, have a great smile, because when you come in the room and if you have a great smile, a sparkling white set of teeth, I think everyone is drawn towards you, and then is the later part of the dress or the makeup or everything is equally important. But then, yes, people are actually spending a lot of money to look good, feel good. There are people, because like we have a lot of people from the salon industry, the girls and the boys before getting hitched, they want the perfect set of teeth. So they are getting those aligners and Invisaligns, a lot of things that actually ready to spend any amount of money. So yes, they do ask us कि simultaneously, जैसे previously we used to go for pre-bridals. Now it is pre-dentals that everyone is.
Amazing. That's amazing concept that we are following pre-dental treatments. Yeah.
So I believe that there's a future. For sure there's a future.
Yeah, there is definitely a future of, pre-dental treatments. So, yeah, now with that topic. Yeah, that's the present. Even future is going to be even amazing. Of course. So, Namrata, you are already building a community where you are getting so many people get involved with this industry. What do you see? How do you see the future?
Yeah, beauty industry and wellness industry both goes hand in hand. So as I said, basically, in fashion, it's just not the dress or attire. It is the overall looks. Everyone is going into cosmetology, and taking care of skin, hair, nails at the same time. So it has got a huge range of series. So it has got tremendous scope, I feel. So
Of course, totally agree. So as we have been seeing AI, ChatGPT, and so many, even AI, VR related videos and everything. You are from the marketing background. You are from the branding background. You must have all these sorts of already like. हम एक बार कुछ लाते हैं कुछ नया आता है हम बोलते हैं अब इससे ज्यादा क्या so what do you think इससे ज्यादा क्या people are getting.
So I think there's definitely a lot of tech development, especially in the marketing field. We also work very closely with Midjourney, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Punchy platforms. I think if anything, this has made marketing even more efficient, because this is where like your ideation stage is really more important, because the execution has been made like multifold times easier. So I feel like we're really at a beautiful juncture where like tech and creativity is really coming together and helping us put together amazing content. Because as you know, these days, experiences over ownership, right? So like doing the research, understanding your target audience, understanding their aspirational values, and then creating content is where you can put your focus rather than the hours of tedious execution that used to go in before. So we really are there's a bright future ahead.
Of course, as I have another question for you. Like, as you are handling to a few fashion brands too, right? You are handling her, you are handling the bazaar too. So, how do you think is the future of this particular fashion industry and in terms of planning and marketing?
So I'm obviously not a fashion expert, but there's been a huge surge in quiet luxury. So people are really looking for brands that are kind of an extension of themselves. So as you can see, there's a lot of studies that have been done, which literally says that millennials would spend more towards a brand that they resonate with the philosophy and the ideology of the brand. So I think in the fashion space, more so than ever, it really is about having your individualistic style, having a strong voice, having a strong brand story, because that's really what's helping you connect with the audience. It's really not about logos and stuff anymore, but rather what your brand stands for, who you are as people. Are you for the modern woman? Are you for someone who's rooted in traditional values? Like, who are you catering to? So I really think the future is personalized.
Of course, I've read. So now, Pooja, sorry, sharing. I don't know why I mentioned one.
Yeah. Sharing, so you are building a community, right? And we have seen like there is a lot of community-based marketing going on. There is a lot of, community-based promotions going on. And communities are the need of ours these days. So what do you think is the future of that particular?
So, honestly, from we started Mommy Circle Raipur because I migrated from the US. I am new to Raipur like 5 years. So when I moved, there was no community के जहाँ मैं अपने बच्चों को ले जाऊँ to like chill apart from my husband's friends and all. So that's how we started the community. Initially, marketing was not on our list because we were more focused on hosting events where moms and kids both can enjoy. 3 years ago, we started this. Opportunities came along where people saw how communities influence the local crowd. So, what I feel right now, the future, instead of just influencers, is going to be more community influence because people could relate more practically. And when you talk about community, every community has their niche, their crowd. Whereas, like, see, for example, Mommy Circle Raipur is a niche. We have a crowd, which niche is moms and kids. So we work with brands that are associated with moms and kids. So yeah, future is there, and I feel communities are going to play a big role in influencing the market in future.
And salons, so we are definitely looking after, like, every now and then, every salon is developing and, just changing the entire experience of us visiting there. So, what do you think is the future?
See, salons definitely not from today. Like we are in the industry for last 20 years. And every 5 to 6 years, we feel the need of a renovation and upgradation, be it in terms of your MBAs, in terms of your products, in terms of the skills of your artists. So there's a lot that, so right now, every industry is demanding that. But our industry has been demanding that since the time of its inception. Just the time span, जैसे पहले generation gap was, maybe 14 years, 20 years. अब बढ़ते 3 to 5 years is a generation gap, right? So it's just that now we need to be more alert. But I think above everything, even today, the customer values service and warmth. If you're giving them great service, hygienic factors, and you give them a space where they can come with their families, or they can come alone, like it's their choice, but we have a space for everyone. So that is something which was the past, is the present, and will be the future. You cannot negotiate on that front.
Agreed. And Ayushi, as you are from the fashion industry is coming up with a very unique ideas. Where, actually, I've seen this movie called Clueless. And Clueless, when years back, there was this technology where she was scalping sliding the toes, and she was figuring out ki, what should I wear. And now this technology has come true. So, what do you think is the future? Like, if this technology has come true now, what would be in the future? Like, basically, that has to happen. Our life's gonna be very easy. Rather than sitting for hours and deciding what to wear, how to work on it, what kind of embroidery. We are doing like hundreds of samples for one client and then getting it, okay, fine, this is like clipping lines, then we can just play with the other thing. So yeah, our lives are going to be very easy in that way. We can just do it in, half an hour, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, that was all my question. And now I'd like you all to sum up with the idea of the future of desire by one or two line if you all can. Thank you so much. Yeah. Go ahead, Kanta. In your particular industry only, if you would like to sum up.
The future is the present, as she rightly said. past, present, and future, yes, the generations have summed up to 3 to 5 years. So even the kids, they are very conscious. And as the crowd is getting more aware because of the social media and the things that are running into the market, I think we need to now speed up with our advancements. So yes, to match, to know tactful ads. Yes.
Yeah. Terms of beauty and fashion, it's not just restricted to the people who are in the beauty industry. It is for everyone now. Everyone is so conscious. Everyone wants to look young. Everyone wants to look fitter. So that is what is like, it's completely the definition has changed now. Everyone has to take care to look better and younger. And it ultimately increases your confidence too. And definitely you are more productive. So this is why I feel so.
I think the future of desire and marketing is one embracing technology, not shying away from it. And it really is about having a strong brand presence. It's more important than ever to know who you are. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in the mix. It's extremely saturated. And I think the future is about understanding your audience and building a connection with them and having a strong narrative. And that's what's going to take you really far.
So I think in mom's community and the kids community, future is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. So self-care, you say creativity and exposure, these are no longer luxury. They are necessity of time. And in future, they're gonna gain more importance. So yeah, in future, if we say desire is not a luxury, it's gonna be a necessity.
That's so insightful. We are feeling the pressure already. Like you remember having simpler times with our families, but nowadays you can have simpler times. It's not that, but if your child is so exposed to so many things that if you're not somebody catching up or part of a community, you are alone and you have to take so much pressure. So I think future of any industry or any individual for that matter is becoming part of a community, small bit, whatever. They can choose their own community. Because I think we have moved again from a community living to more, individual homes. But the need of people, having a village will never die. So I think the future of any industry nowadays, in the future, it's going to be community. And I can feel the power, even online, offline, for our salon also. If we build it, then we are building it in the right direction. People automatically get magnetized to your place. You don't have to do too much about it. But the intention and the targeting, as you rightly said, has to be we need to know who we are talking to. People will automatically fall.
For me, it has to be very simple one-liner. Passion is future. So it's that sorted.
So thank you so much, everyone.
And I hope you like the session. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of us because we all stayed since it's so long, bingo?